tie-dye and weird statues of animals and fictional characters and...
I thought I've seen everything in Texas now. You guys actually have motorized vehicles with saddles on them?
Why did this wonderful TV show stop so abruptly? Fast and Loud was more than just a reality show about fixing cars. It became a cultural movement, captivating millions with every episode. From the roaring engines of Gas Monkey Garage to the eccentric personality of Richard Rawlings, the show built a legacy in automotive entertainment. For fans, it was a weekly dose of adrenaline and inspiration, blending business, craftsmanship, and thrill. However, after almost a decade on air, Fast and Loud came to an abrupt and unexpected halt, leaving fans puzzled. Why would a show so beloved by car enthusiasts and reality TV audiences suddenly disappear? The truth is layered in behind-the-scenes conflicts, personal tensions, and the changing dynamics of automotive entertainment. On TV, everything looked nice, but was it really so? Let's dive deeper into the rise, fall, and ultimate cancellation of Fast and Loud. Richard Rawlings wasn't just a car enthusiast, he was a natural-born entrepreneur who transformed his passion for automobiles into a global brand. Born and raised in Fort Worth, Texas, Rawlings was introduced to cars at an early age. Working alongside his father, he developed a knack for fixing vehicles and purchased his first car at just 14 years old. This early exposure set the foundation for a lifelong love of cars and paved the way for his future success. Before making his mark in the automotive world, Rawlings explored various business ventures. One of his earliest successes was in the printing industry, where he owned a printing company. However, his true passion for cars never waned. In 2002, Rawlings sold his printing business to fully commit to building his dream, Gas Monkey Garage in Dallas, Texas. His goal was straightforward: revive neglected classic vehicles and sell them for profit. His business savvy, combined with his love for automotive restoration, quickly put Gas Monkey Garage on the map. In 2012, Rawlings' charisma and growing reputation caught the attention of the Discovery Channel, leading to the creation of Fast and Loud. The show offered viewers an exciting glimpse into the fast-paced world of car restoration, with Rawlings at the helm as both a businessman and a passionate car enthusiast. His ability to balance business acumen with hands-on work became a defining element of the show. Rawlings' magnetic personality played a significant role in the show's success. With his quick wit and larger-than-life presence, he embodied the entrepreneurial spirit, turning what began as a hobby into a lucrative career. His charm not only attracted viewers, but also drove sales at Gas Monkey Garage. Vehicles that might have been overlooked in a junkyard were transformed into head-turning masterpieces, sold at a premium thanks to Rawlings' eye for design and marketing. The show not only made Gas Monkey Garage a household name, but also established Rawlings as one of the most recognizable figures in the world of automotive entertainment. His ability to consistently produce high-quality restorations earned him respect within the industry and a dedicated fan base. Rawlings expanded his brand beyond car restoration, launching the Gas Monkey Bar and Grill and forming several promotional partnerships. These ventures allowed him to diversify his income streams and further establish the Gas Monkey brand in entertainment and hospitality. However, as Rawlings' ambitions grew, he began to focus more on high-profile, expensive projects, including Ferraris and supercars. This shift in focus, while profitable, came at a cost. Many longtime fans who were initially drawn to the show's emphasis on affordable, classic cars began to feel alienated. The transition from accessible builds to luxury restorations created the perception that Fast and Loud was drifting away from its roots. The show, once centered around passion-driven projects, now seemed increasingly focused on catering to wealthy clientele. Despite these challenges, Rawlings' entrepreneurial spirit remained intact. His ability to adapt to changing market conditions and explore new business opportunities has solidified his place in the automotive culture. Whether through restorations, hospitality ventures, or social media platforms, Rawlings continues to innovate, leaving a lasting impact on the industry. Following the launch of Fast and Loud in 2012, Gas Monkey Garage quickly grew beyond a simple auto restoration shop into a global brand. Under Rawlings' leadership, the garage expanded its operations and started taking on increasingly ambitious projects. From restoring vintage muscle cars to modifying high-performance sports vehicles, the team's evolving expertise brought international recognition. This growing reputation allowed the show to attract celebrity clientele and high-profile partnerships, further establishing Gas Monkey Garage as a powerhouse in the automotive world. Rawlings was not only the face of the business, but also the key architect behind its rapid expansion. His ability to leverage the visibility provided by Discovery Channel transformed Gas Monkey Garage into more than a workshop. It became an experience. The team traveled across the U.S., hunting for unique cars in junkyards, barns, and remote locations. These excursions were not just about acquiring cars. They built excitement and deepened the narrative of each episode, keeping viewers hooked. Whether it was acquiring rare classics or flipping cars for auction profits, Rawlings orchestrated everything with flair. As the brand grew, Rawlings diversified his business ventures. In addition to the automotive projects shown on Fast and Loud, he launched new initiatives such as the Gas Monkey Bar and Grill and Gas Monkey Live, a live music venue. These ventures helped Rawlings tap into the entertainment and hospitality industries, expanding his brand's reach beyond the automotive world. The Gas Monkey brand became synonymous with a lifestyle, an edgy, bold, and high-octane approach to business and entertainment. Rawlings' ability to blend business and entertainment proved crucial to the show's growth. He capitalized on media appearances, sponsorship deals, and merchandising, helping make Gas Monkey Garage a household name. His entrepreneurial spirit also attracted collaborations with companies in the automotive industry, enabling the team to restore increasingly valuable and exotic vehicles. However, this growing focus on high-end projects introduced challenges, as it gradually shifted the show's narrative toward exclusivity rather than accessibility. Despite its growing influence, Fast and Loud faced the challenge of maintaining viewer interest in a competitive entertainment landscape. The need to consistently deliver engaging content meant that the team often had to push the limits of what was possible. This relentless drive to meet viewer expectations sometimes led to projects that were rushed or overly ambitious, adding pressure on the crew.
Put it back over there, take it back apart, whatever you got to do, refix it. Work all night if you have to.
For Rawlings, balancing the demands of television with running multiple businesses proved increasingly difficult. Additionally, the focus on expanding the brand through music venues, restaurants, and larger automotive projects started to change the nature of Gas Monkey Garage. What began as a place for restoring affordable classics began to feel more like a corporation with multiple branches, making it harder to maintain the authenticity that had initially captivated fans. Despite the overwhelming success of Fast and Loud in its early years, trouble began brewing behind the scenes as the pressures of television and personal conflicts within the team took a toll.
Good news is, Richard chose the color. The bad news is, Richard wants it painted by tomorrow.
The turning point came in 2017 when Aaron Kaufman, the show's celebrated mechanic, announced his departure.
My vacation from Gas Monkey is going to be a permanent one.
This decision shocked fans, as Kaufman was widely regarded as the backbone of Gas Monkey Garage and a crucial factor in the show's appeal. Kaufman cited burnout and creative differences as the primary reasons for his exit. He expressed frustration with the fast-paced nature of reality TV, which demanded quick, superficial builds rather than the elaborate, time-consuming projects he enjoyed. He mentioned in interviews that the TV show prioritized rapid turnaround for entertainment, limiting his ability to explore more complex mechanical work. This divergence of priorities ultimately drove Kaufman to leave and pursue his own venture, Shifting Gears, which allowed him the freedom to work on more intricate projects. Though the new show lasted only one season due to low ratings, Kaufman's departure created a significant void that was hard to fill. Fans viewed him as the soul of the show, not just for his technical expertise, but also for the chemistry he shared with Rawlings. His exit marked the beginning of a shift in the show's identity. Without Kaufman, the builds became more extravagant and expensive, focusing on high-end Ferraris and other flashy vehicles, which alienated parts of the original audience. Early fans, who were drawn to the restoration of affordable classics, began to criticize the show for prioritizing spectacle over substance. This pivot towards luxury projects also reflected a change in the show's ethos. Some fans accused Rawlings of becoming more concerned with profits and high-profile clients than with the craftsmanship that initially made the series popular. This sense of betrayal among viewers contributed to a gradual decline in enthusiasm for the show, signaling the beginning of its downfall. Beyond Kaufman's exit, internal tensions plagued Gas Monkey Garage. Rawlings' leadership style became a frequent source of conflict, as he was known for setting demanding deadlines and expecting perfection under immense pressure.
This time, much better car.
All right, cool. Now y'all got a week to finish it.
Former employees and insiders reported that the work environment grew increasingly toxic, with Rawlings pushing his staff hard and holding them responsible for failed projects.
In a world of no deadlines, we'd pull every motor and make every engine bay look new. But this is King Richard's world, and with the deadline he gave us, there's no time for that.
Even when poor planning was to blame, these management issues created a revolving door of employees, as several talented mechanics either quit or were dismissed. Among the most notable departures were Smith and Butler, two fan-favorite crew members who were abruptly fired without any public explanation. Their exit fueled speculation about deeper rifts within the team, intensifying rumors of discord behind the scenes. The sudden firings also damaged the show's public image, as many fans felt that Rawlings was prioritizing his personal interests over the well-being of his staff. The controversies surrounding these dismissals added to the growing narrative that Fast and Loud had lost its original spirit and become a business centered more on drama and profit than passion for cars. The accumulation of these issues took a toll on the show's reputation and ratings. As the original charm of the series waned, viewership began to decline. The audience, once captivated by the authenticity of the builds and the camaraderie among the crew, grew disillusioned by the increasing focus on flashy cars and stage drama. This decline in engagement was a key factor in the eventual cancellation of Fast and Loud, marking the end of an era in automotive entertainment. As Fast and Loud evolved, off-screen controversies began, overshadowing the excitement of car restorations, shifting the show's focus from craftsmanship to drama. A significant controversy arose with the unexpected firing of two key team members, Smith and Butler, who had become fan favorites due to their mechanical skills. Their sudden departure from Gas Monkey Garage, without any clear explanation,
We got fired from Gas Monkey, which isn't a good subject with me because that is the only job I've ever gotten fired from. And the reasoning I got fired from, not really a good one.
Sparked widespread speculation among viewers. Many fans suspected that internal tensions and managerial conflicts were tearing the team apart, adding a layer of intrigue to the already troubled production. Reports indicate that Richard Rawlings' leadership style played a central role in these disputes. Known for his demanding nature, Rawlings allegedly pressured his team to meet grueling deadlines, which created a stressful work environment. Former employees suggested that Rawlings was quick to shift the blame for failed projects onto others, further undermining staff morale. The work atmosphere at Gas Monkey Garage deteriorated as team members felt increasingly overworked and undervalued. This tension contributed to several high-profile exits, signaling cracks within the once close-knit crew. Another point of contention was the show's gradual shift in focus. Initially, Fast and Loud attracted a broad audience by restoring affordable classic cars, vehicles that resonated with everyday enthusiasts. However, as Rawlings developed business ties with millionaire car collector Dennis Collins, the show began featuring luxury builds such as Ferraris and high-end sports cars. While these new projects appealed to wealthier buyers, they alienated longtime fans who had connected with the show's original, down-to-earth ethos. This shift gave the impression that the show had drifted from its roots, prioritizing prestige and profits over passion for restoration. Many viewers felt the program had become more about Rawlings' ambition and personal connections than the vehicles themselves. As flashy supercars took center stage, some accused the show of becoming self-indulgent, catering to elite clientele instead of celebrating the humble art of restoration that initially drew fans to Gas Monkey Garage. The controversies did not stop within the garage. Rawlings also found himself embroiled in public disputes, most notably with Jesse James, host of Monster Garage. Their rivalry came to a head when James pulled a prank by dumping a load of horse manure in front of Gas Monkey Garage. Although intended as a joke, the stunt was widely criticized as crude and tasteless, tarnishing both James's and Rawlings' reputations. The incident highlighted the increasing reliance on drama and spectacle to keep the show relevant. Instead of focusing on the vehicles, Fast and Loud seemed to become more about personal rivalries and staged antics, leading fans to question the authenticity of the content. The growing emphasis on drama over craftsmanship alienated loyal viewers, contributing to the show's decline. These controversies reflected a deeper shift in Fast and Loud's priorities, ultimately contributing to its downfall. As management issues, high-profile departures, and a shift away from affordable restorations piled up, the show struggled to maintain its original appeal. Meanwhile, Rawlings' personal disputes and controversial decisions only added fuel to the fire, accelerating the show's decline and signaling the end of an era in automotive entertainment. As Fast and Loud entered its later seasons, it became evident that the magic that once captivated millions was starting to wear thin. What began as a beloved show focused on affordable restorations and fun, high-energy builds slowly evolved into something more corporate and commercial. The original excitement surrounding Gas Monkey Garage's quick turnaround projects, often saved from junkyards and given a second life, was replaced by more elaborate, high-end ventures that prioritize profitability over passion. Richard Rawlings, sensing the need to sustain the brand's momentum, leaned heavily into the show's growing popularity. However, the shift in focus towards flashier cars, such as rare Ferraris, began to alienate the core fan base. Many original viewers, who were drawn to the authenticity of fixing everyday classics, began to feel that the show was drifting away from its roots. This narrative pivot toward luxury also diluted the charm of Gas Monkey Garage as a relatable business, an aspect that had initially endeared it to fans across the world. The changing nature of Fast and Loud coincided with a growing sense of viewer fatigue. As episodes became more predictable, critics argued that the show relied too much on manufactured drama rather than letting the builds speak for themselves. Some fans noted that the show began recycling storylines, focusing less on automotive craftsmanship and more on behind-the-scenes conflicts and theatrics. This formula, once a novelty, started to feel forced, causing a noticeable dip in viewer engagement and ratings over time. Meanwhile, other automotive shows and YouTube channels began to emerge, offering more authentic, detailed content. Platforms like YouTube allowed car enthusiasts to follow builds from start to finish, providing an unfiltered look at the restoration process. These creators catered directly to niche interests, making it harder for traditional TV shows like Fast and Loud to compete. As Rawlings' show struggled to retain relevance, it became clear that a major shift in strategy was needed. The relentless pace of reality television began to take a toll on everyone involved. Richard Rawlings admitted that the constant pressure to meet tight deadlines while managing multiple business ventures became exhausting. Crew members reportedly experienced similar burnout, with several citing the high-pressure environment and long working hours as unsustainable. These internal tensions only escalated as Rawlings pushed the team to deliver increasingly ambitious projects to maintain the show's momentum. The strain on the crew and the management issues at Gas Monkey Garage were compounded by Rawlings' growing involvement in external ventures, such as restaurants, live music venues, and partnerships. While these ventures expanded the brand, they further distanced Rawlings from the day-to-day operations of the garage, creating a disconnect between leadership and the crew. This disconnect contributed to staff turnover, and the departures of key members only added to the instability behind the scenes. In 2020, Fast and Loud officially ended, but for Richard Rawlings, it was the start of a new chapter. During an appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience, Rawlings revealed that the decision to leave the show was driven by creative frustrations. He explained that his contract with the Discovery Channel imposed tight restrictions, not only on what he could share on the show, but also on his personal activities outside of it. For instance, he wasn't allowed to post photos of his car collection or engage freely on social media without Discovery's oversight, limiting his ability to connect with fans on his terms. The relentless production schedule also took a toll on Rawlings. He admitted that after nearly a decade of working under intense deadlines, the thrill of the show began to wear off. "I've exited Discovery, and I'm a free agent now," Rawlings declared on Rogan's podcast, signaling his desire to reclaim control over his brand and explore new ventures without the constraints of television. With his departure from Discovery, Rawlings embraced the freedom offered by digital platforms. He shifted his focus toward content creation on YouTube and social media, where he could engage directly with his fans. He launched a podcast called Monkey Trap, which allowed him to share stories from his automotive journey and connect with his audience in a more personal way. His presence on platforms like Instagram also expanded, as he posted updates about his projects and adventures without interference from network executives. This transition reflected a broader trend within the entertainment industry, where creators began moving away from traditional TV to digital platforms. On YouTube, Rawlings could offer behind-the-scenes glimpses of his builds, respond to fan comments, and document his automotive ventures at his own pace. The shift allowed him to maintain relevance while appealing to a younger audience that consumes content online. Rawlings' entrepreneurial spirit remained intact after the end of Fast and Loud. One of his new ventures ventures included a $500,000 food truck project designed with the help of cruising kitchens. The food truck on steroids was a 42-foot-long mobile kitchen capable of serving 10,000 meals per day, showcasing Rawlings' flair for blending business with entertainment. He also pursued partnerships with automotive brands, leveraging his fame and expertise to collaborate on new ventures. Rawlings didn't stop there. He explored new opportunities within the automotive world, from selling parts of his car collection to acquiring rare vehicles.
Dude, it's deal or no deal. Exactly. You own it.
All right, cool. Thanks for calling me.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever even held 100 grand.
His focus shifted towards high-end supercars, such as Ferraris, signaling his evolution from restoring classics to curating a premium collection.
So this is a 1931 Ford Roadster, and I love this car because a guy in California put his heart and soul into this car.
This pivot not only showcased his growing ambition, but also reflected the changing tastes in automotive culture. Rawlings' move from traditional television to digital platforms marked a shift in the broader automotive entertainment landscape. As the popularity of reality TV waned, creators like Rawlings found greater freedom on YouTube and social media. Unlike television, where content is heavily curated, these platforms allow for more authentic interactions with audiences. Rawlings used this newfound flexibility to build a closer connection with his followers, offering them direct access to his life and projects in ways that were impossible on Fast and Loud. The transition also highlighted a broader trend. Automotive entertainment was no longer limited to reality TV shows. Fans could now explore a wide range of content, from car restorations to reviews and tutorials, on platforms like YouTube. This democratization of content allowed smaller creators to thrive and compete with established figures like Rawlings, reshaping the way audiences engage with automotive culture. The cancellation of Fast and Loud is emblematic of a broader shift in how audiences consume entertainment. In the past, traditional TV shows, particularly those in niche genres like automotive restoration, enjoyed dedicated viewership. However, the rise of digital platforms such as YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram has disrupted this model, offering audiences more interactive, personalized content. With these platforms, viewers can connect directly with creators and explore a wider variety of automotive content, bypassing the limitations imposed by traditional television networks. Reality TV, especially shows like Fast and Loud, thrived on high-pressure deadlines, personal drama, and fast-paced builds. Yet, as audience preferences evolved, viewers began seeking content that felt more authentic and unscripted. Car enthusiasts started to gravitate towards creators who could document projects at their own pace, focusing on the craftsmanship and technical aspects that make automotive work so captivating. This shift was further amplified by YouTube's ability to provide detailed tutorials, behind-the-scenes looks, and car reviews, offering fans content tailored to their specific interests. Richard Rawlings was quick to recognize this change in the entertainment landscape. His departure from Fast and Loud and shift towards platforms like YouTube allowed him to regain creative freedom and connect with fans in real time. On social media, Rawlings can engage directly with followers, post updates without network restrictions, and experiment with new ideas, from car builds to personal adventures. This transition mirrors a larger trend in the entertainment industry, where creators are increasingly moving to platforms that offer more autonomy. Unlike traditional television, which is often heavily curated and edited, digital content provides room for spontaneity and direct audience interaction. Rawlings' move not only reflects his entrepreneurial spirit, but also demonstrates his ability to adapt to changing trends, keeping his brand relevant in a rapidly evolving market. The shift from traditional TV to digital platforms is transforming automotive entertainment. Content once exclusive to television networks is now widely accessible through online channels. Fans can follow restoration projects from start to finish, participate in live streams, and engage with creators directly through comments and Q&A sessions. Moreover, this new era emphasizes craftsmanship over sensationalism. Shows like Fast and Loud, which relied heavily on drama and tight production schedules, struggled to maintain relevance in an environment where viewers increasingly seek transparency and authenticity. Platforms like YouTube offer a more diverse range of automotive content, from highly technical builds to casual reviews and community discussions, broadening the appeal of the genre beyond its traditional audience. The cancellation of Fast and Loud highlights the challenges faced by traditional TV in adapting to new consumption patterns. However, Rawlings' successful pivot to digital platforms serves as a testament to the power of reinvention. As the lines between entertainment and social media continue to blur, automotive creators are finding new ways to engage with their audience, ushering in a new era of automotive storytelling and community-driven content. The abrupt cancellation of Fast and Loud marked the end of one of the most influential car shows on television. For nearly a decade, the series captivated audiences by transforming rusty relics into head-turning masterpieces. However, the pressures of reality TV, creative conflicts, shifting audience preferences, and the desire for more freedom ultimately led to the show's demise. Richard Rawlings' decision to leave Discovery and pursue new ventures highlighted the changing nature of entertainment. As Rawlings put it, he had reached the peak of what the show could offer and felt it was time to explore new horizons. His move from television to digital platforms like YouTube exemplifies a broader shift within the entertainment industry. Creators seeking autonomy and audiences gravitating toward content that feels more personal and authentic. Though Fast and Loud has ended, its impact on automotive pop culture remains. The show inspired a generation of car enthusiasts and left a lasting legacy in the world of restoration entertainment. Fans may no longer hear the roar of Gas Monkey Garage's engines on their TV screens, but the spirit of Fast and Loud lives on through Rawlings' new ventures and the memories shared by millions of viewers around the world.
Are you here with my beer yet? Oh, thanks. Golly. We're gonna try to drink one beer per car. It's not gonna work, I'm lying. We're gonna drink this beer and probably be done.